Welcome to TYT Sports RotoWire. I'm Heather Ankeny along with Michael Shure, a familiar face here at TYT.
Yeah, pretty familiar. Yeah, I've been here before.
Al Jazeera, too.
Yeah, Al Jazeera, watch Al Jazeera. Chris Liss of RotoWire.com, and this is called, not beating the book this week, it's called...
Losing to the book?
Losing to the book. Because last week, Chris Liss...
Getting cleaned out by the book?
went, what do you have? You and Ben, head-to-head here.
Shirtless
0-5.
Shirtless and homeless, walking back to the book with the change that you scraped
Chris,
up.
what happened?
All right, it's not actually a laughing matter. You know, you could turn this kind of thing into a joke. Like, ah, ha, ha, look, I lost. No, I take it seriously. I'm pissed.
I'm not turning it into a joke.
No, I'm saying one.
I can't believe that you
No, I've been 0-5 before in 5 picks. I'm not shocked that happened. I'm just not happy about it. I don't want to go over the individual picks because they were wrong. I mean, there's not much to say. I mean, I was surprised. Obviously, I liked each one of them when at the time that I made them, and it was just a kick in the ass all weekend. I mean, it was the Giants. My team lost 27-0 against the division rival Eagles. I lost my survivor picks.
They were going to score.
You thought they would score
going
points
into
in
that game, I thought they were going to score.
Yeah, I thought that was a safe bet. They could have settled for the field goal at the end, but
yeah.
I mean, that was just horrible.
Look, I don't know if you guys watch Homeland, but I feel like the
spoiler alert.
Yeah, well, it's not really. The station chief in wherever, Islamabad, what happens to him? That's what I felt like.
Okay.
It was tough. And then even the Broncos that you said you'd bet your life savings on, I know you said it wasn't that much, but you had something against the spread. I had the Jets, and I had them +8, and here's the Jets.
Right.
If the Broncos get a first down on that last play, it's over. They sit on the ball, it's done. We're good. They win by 7, I win that bet. No, they punt, the Jets get it at like the 2-yard line. Twice Gino basically has a safety, barely gets out of it, like reaches forward to the half-yard line. Like, just survive the safety, because the safety swings the spread. And then, of course, pick 6.
Yeah.
Could you just catch the ball and kneel down? Is it really necessary to score? Is it really? Come on, man. I did get it back with Arizona, though.
Do you have to score? Of course you have to.
So you got the gift with Arizona.
I got
later.
gifted back, so I can't bitch too much. But I didn't even see that because I left that game after Washington scored. All right, whatever. The past is the past. You know, I'm like a cornerback. I got beat for a 99-yard touchdown. Whatever. Who cares? I'm not.
Well, okay, so we're over your 0-5
I'm
last.
over it.
Let's move on. Let's move on to week 7.
That it destroyed my not great, but very solid starting record.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's just very.
I'm in another pool with Ben where I have, it's a bit complicated. Mark Thompson's in as well. You pick teams by number of wins on the year. It's against the over-unders at the beginning of the season. I had Cincinnati. And since it would have been a huge swing in our pool, and of course, I got the tie.
Tie's a loss.
Tie's a loss,
you need wins.
You need wins.
Oh, that's right. He called me at the beginning of the season and asked me if it's easier for someone to win 8 or someone to lose 8, or I don't remember. But I didn't know that
Thompson
was yours.
did?
Yeah. All right, so let's look at Ben's picks from week 6. Michael, what do you got there?
For Ben picked the Miami Dolphins, which I picked too. I thought it was a great pick. +3.5. They should have won that game, actually, so it would have been a great outright. The Colts Thursday night. It's always good, Chris, don't you agree, to get it out of the way?
To get the win out of the way.
To get the win out of the way.
To get the loss out of the way sucks.
Well, yeah, in your case, if you picked on Thursday.
I took the Texans in my bigger pool, too.
Yeah, you may as well have picked on.
But that game was such an abomination. We shouldn't even, that game was such a joke. Do you remember the pass interference penalty? That was just such a joke.
Yeah. I mean, pass interference, you could do a whole show on that.
Seriously, last night's pass interference call was ridiculous. Shouldn't even go down that road, because we could be hit all the time.
And then Ben continued here. But, it's 3-2. Let's bring those up again. The Cardinals, a lucky break at the end there. The Rams, not even a bad break. I mean, it was just a bad pick. And, of course, the Seahawks, I think everyone in America was, well, I don't know that they were all laying the 8.5, but a lot of people are not surviving survivor pools.
Including me. That was the kicker. Yeah. That was like, right on the way out the door, just another kick out.
Totally.
Yeah. Week 6 is one of the worst NFL weeks I've had in 15 years of doing this. It was really, it was a disgusting, horrible week. I know. I mean, it's just, if I were.
Same with no Sean Marino.
If I were more depressed in my regular life, I might have been, to do something more extreme.
God, no Sean Marino. For fantasy players, I know I'm going on a tangent here, but for fantasy players that have been holding on to him all this time.
Well, he shouldn't have held on to him. He's not good enough to wait it this long.
Oh, come on.
No, he's not.
Whatever. Anyway, all right. So let's look at week 7. What do you have for week 7?
All right. I mean, these disgust me, these picks I'm about to make, but I'm going to make them anyway, just because I just needed more time, to figure it out. But I'm just going to do this, and I'm fine. I'm going to live with these. The Jets, the 9.5 just seems like a big line. I know New England has kind of found itself the last 2 games.
But they took some bad injuries. Mayo and Ridley, those are not small injuries.
Yeah, I think Ridley's a small injury.
But it's
Mayo,
not for that team. I think it's a small injury in the NFL. I think it's for that team. It's not such a small injury.
It could be, and I just think the Jets and Rex know the Patriots. There's been some weird games where the Jets win or the Patriots blow them out, but I don't know, 9.5 just seemed like a big line. I thought it'd be
like
like
the Jets.
Yeah, I'm taking the Jets. This is just disgusting.
The Patriots.
Wait, do you think Ben would take the Patriots?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, Chris.
He's fading me. I'm cold.
Yeah, you got to ride the hot hand, and you have to avoid the cold
Never fade
one.
the cold hand. The cold hand never helps you. My brother has a friend
You're
who's wrong about
right.
everything,
So
and you try to say, "What do you like?" Oh, I'll do the opposite, and then you lose that one time
Of
you
course.
do it. It's only a good confirmation. You check their picks after you've made their picks.
Right.
If they're different, you've won.
100% right.
Okay.
100% right.
Never play the cold hand.
Never play the cold.
Never helps. Okay.
All right.
So if you've already made your picks and these are different, then you should feel good. But if you haven't made your picks yet, do not fade me. Okay. So another one is Jacksonville. No, I don't want to turn this into a joke. I'm taking these seriously. The other one is Jacksonville. Tennessee's a disgusting team. I laid the points with them, and they had it, and then they obviously let up the touchdown. And they actually almost lost after the onside kick. But I think Jacksonville with Bortles and the receivers back, they tried. They tried really hard. It was on the road. Now they're at home. I mean, Cleveland looks decent, but
and
I'm
they're
not
good against the run. I mean, not that Cleveland's so outstanding
Cleveland
with the
looks
run.
good.
That's Cleveland does rely on the run.
They do rely on it. That's what I'm saying. They're not dazzling, but they rely on it.
And I just feel like it's, Jacksonville, they finally covered, and not that I would actually almost rather they didn't cover, but it's not like everyone's running to, put money in Jacksonville now. And I just think Cleveland, we'll see what they are. They look better than we thought, but I'm not ready to lay 5 on the road with the Browns.
Well, they also lost their center this week.
And that's very big.
That's a big deal.
It is a big deal,
Big
especially for handicapping.
Yeah, it's his first game he's missed in like 6 years in the NFL. Or something like the longest streak. I don't know if he has the longest streak. Longest active. Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm taking the Panthers +7 at Green Bay. I think Green Bay will play better, in their home stadium. But the Panthers look real. They went into Cincinnati and it was, a tie.
Yeah.
But it looks like Cam Newton is playing well. Okay, and the defense is not what it was last year. But I think the offense is solid. And Green Bay is not a balanced team. They have a good offense. The running game's been shaky. The defense is shaky. I think Carolina will hang with them. So I'm taking Carolina in the 7.
What do you think that score is going to be?
I haven't picked it yet, but I would say like 27-23 or something like that.
Higher.
Even higher, huh?
I think higher.
The over/under in that game is 48.5. So you're taking over.
I'm taking the over.
Taking the over. Everything you got on. Okay. And now I'm going to lay the 4. I'm going to lay the wood in Buffalo against Minnesota. I mean, Teddy Bridgewater looked atrocious. Buffalo just got blown out by the Patriots, but I think Buffalo's team is rather solid. I think Orton's okay. I think going on the road, that line should be like 6, but it's only 4.
Yeah.
So I'm taking Buffalo. And then I shouldn't be doing this. This is something I should not be doing.
No, you should. I know what you're going to do, and I agree.
Okay, the Giants.
Yeah,
Taking the Giants.
yeah.
I just think it's sell high with Dallas. It's just, it could not be a better time to invest in the Giants and divest in Dallas. And maybe Dallas is so for real. It's very hard for me.
You don't believe they're real?
I'm not saying they're not real. First of all, I can't wrap my mind around it. But I at least, even though it doesn't make sense to me, I'm going to leave open the possibility that they're a serious Super Bowl contender, even though ridiculous as that may sound. But I just think this is the right time to be on this game in Dallas. So I'm taking the Giants.
And if you take the Giants with the points, at least you have points.
At least I have the points. Nobody can take those away from me.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to add, even though I'm not in this competition, just because I'm sitting here, I like Seattle giving the 6.5 at St. Louis after seeing St. Louis last night, knowing what Seattle's doing. St. Louis, Austin Davis, kudos, but.
Well, he's like Kirk Cousins, right? He does well against the Eagles. Everyone gets excited, and then he gets destroyed.
And then this happens. Yeah. I like Buffalo, too. I like Kansas City. Off the bye week, getting 4 at San Diego. I think, they're a sound team. San Diego, unpredictable. I like that. And then I'm going to pick Pittsburgh until they prove to me that they suck, even though they've already proved to everyone else that they suck.
What's it going to take for them to suck in your mind?
I think not covering or getting outrighted to Houston at home this coming week, I'll give them one more chance, then I'm done with Pittsburgh.
All right. Did
How
you hear
many
that,
people on the
Pittsburgh?
Steelers need to get the MRSA virus before MRSA infection before you?
Yeah, exactly.
MRSA. Are we on Ebola at this point?
Well, not that hard.
Didn't your wife just come back from Dallas, by the way?
I know, you guys.
Don't sneeze on me.
Yeah. All
All right.
Come on.
She did just come back from Dallas.
So did the Cowboys, and they beat Seattle in Seattle.
Yeah.
So.
She wore a hazmat suit the whole time.
She did not.
Yes, she did.
Did she wear like a mask on the plane?
No.
Whatever.
Stop. You wouldn't wear a mask on a plane.
My dad does.
He does?
Yeah, but he can't get
He also
sick.
has like a whole bunch of guns. And
Yeah, it's Colorado.
Supplies for a couple years, you know. He's ready for the war.
All right, what does Ben have over there?
The Giants, which we said, the Titans getting 4.5. I didn't know that they. I forgot that they played in this league. The 4.5 points they're getting from the Washington. Yeah, exactly. That's an interesting play. I mean, it's a Charlie Whitehurst, Jake Locke. I'm never going to bet on Charlie Whitehurst.
I've been betting on them a few weeks in a row, and it hasn't worked well for me. I'll tell you that. But
why? Why are you never betting on Charlie Whitehurst?
Well, he actually has played well, Charlie Whitehurst. But I mean, he's limited in what he can do. But Washington laying 4.5 against anybody
is questionable. Yeah. I mean, and that's what makes that attractive. Then he goes, I think, to Oakland. You know, everybody's sort of flirting with Oakland, getting those points from. They looked good last week. They have an explosive offense, but they're going up against a real secondary, and I don't think that's a great pick.
Although Arizona's secondary has given up 8.4 yards per passing attempt this year, the run defense has been stellar.
Has been really good, but their pass defense has given up that many yards, but they've still been able to shut teams. It's sort of like it's measured the way Arians has it going.
That Oakland team looked completely different.
Well, they opened things up. They came off a London game. They had a couple, they had a bye.
Oh, that's right. They did have a bye.
Got a new coach for a little while.
Got a new coach, although Sperano's not exactly.
No, I know, but I mean, I think we look for it, but it did seem like they had more energy and they were more cohesive.
And Carr looks like a legit guy.
And Carr does look legit. And, James Jones, a good receiver. This Andre Holmes that he likes, that Chris mentioned as your waiver wire sweetheart. I think that's that makes it a good play. I wouldn't go near that game personally.
I'm sort of avoiding it too.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to take it. But I'm
and then Ben, your opponent going with the Houston Texans against Pittsburgh, using sound logic there and taking the Texans. But again, I'm going to stick with Pittsburgh. And the Colts, keep riding the hot hand there. I mean, Cincinnati, I know Ben does not like Cincinnati generally. I don't think he believes in the Bengals. I still, the receiver problem aside, that's not a game I would go near, and I never like 3-point games anyway.
All right, so where are you and Ben in the final standings then so far?
Well,
through week 6.
I'd rather not even talk about this, but I'm 15, 14, and 1. I suppose I'm still half a game over 500.
That's good.
Or one game, or for the tie doesn't. Yeah. Tie is a tie. There's nothing I can do with that. And what's Ben? He's like 18 and 11.
And 1.
Yeah, he's off to a good start. Damn it. I bet him on the air. I can't deny that we made the bet because we shook hands on the air. So.
Well, you can make up some room this week.
Plenty of time. It's not even half over.
It's insurmountable. 3 games at this point.
Yeah, forget it. Never mind.
Whatever. All right, thanks, guys.
It's Ben.
Yeah. He'll keep taking the same teams as me, though. That's how he'll get it.
Just here's my hint. He'll always go against the Lions and Bengals if you need to. If you need to,
a little insider,
you want to game
it 2 games back, and I want to make sure that he.
You want to game it a little bit. Yeah,
all right.
Exactly.
Thanks, Michael.
I hate the Lions though.